You've been sleeping wrong your entire life, and it's draining your energy every single night. This isn't about your mattress, it's not about your pillow, it's about the direction your head is facing while you sleep. And if it's pointing north, you're fighting against a force that's been here longer than humans have existed. I'm talking about Earth's magnetic field, the invisible force that guides birds across continents and keeps compasses pointing the same direction. And according to ancient yogic science and modern sleep researchers, it's quietly sabotaging your rest. Your body is electric. Your brain fires electrical signals. Your heart generates electromagnetic fields. And when you lay down with your head facing north, you're aligning your body's magnetic field directly against Earth's. It's like trying to push two magnets together at the wrong poles. They repel, and your sleep quality suffers. Most people spend a third of their life sleeping and wake up exhausted. They blame stress. They blame caffeine. They never think to check which way their bed is facing. Let me show you what's actually happening inside your body when you sleep north. Your blood contains iron, not a lot, but enough. Hemoglobin, the protein that carries oxygen through your bloodstream, is loaded with iron atoms. When you align north, Earth's magnetic pull creates subtle resistance in your circulation. Your heart has to work slightly harder. Your blood pressure can increase during sleep instead of dropping like it should. The symptom? You wake up feeling heavy, like you've been working all night instead of resting. Your neck feels stiff. Your head feels foggy. You hit snooze 3 times and still feel like you need more sleep. Think of it like this. Imagine swimming upstream versus downstream. Same effort, completely different results. Your body is trying to rest, but it's swimming against a magnetic current all night long. And here's the part that'll make you check your bedroom tonight. This affects your brain waves. Almost nobody checks this, but the direction you sleep can influence your REM cycles. The electrical activity in your brain is sensitive to magnetic fields. Studies from India and Russia have shown that people sleeping with their heads facing north spend less time in deep sleep stages. Their brains stay more active. Their nervous system doesn't fully downshift into repair mode. You're essentially running your system at 70% when it should be at 30%. This is where most people get it wrong. They optimize everything else. They buy blackout curtains. They set the temperature to 67 degrees. They take magnesium before bed. But they're still facing north and wondering why their sleep scores are mediocre. The monks figured this out centuries ago. In Vastu Sastra and ancient yogic texts, sleeping with your head to the north is considered the worst possible position. They called it the death position, not because you'll die, but because it drains your vital energy over time. Modern science is starting to catch up. Research published in sleep medicine journals shows that geomagnetic activity affects human physiology. Your pineal gland, the tiny organ that produces melatonin, is magnetically sensitive. When you sleep north, melatonin production can be disrupted, not destroyed, just slightly suppressed, enough to mess with your sleep architecture night after night. The long-term consequence? Chronic low-grade fatigue that you can't trace back to anything specific. Your doctor runs tests, everything looks normal, but you feel like you're operating at 80% capacity all the time. Your body reacts very differently than you think to invisible forces, and that's not even the mistake causing the most damage. The second thing happening when you sleep north involves your brain's glymphatic system. This is your brain's waste removal system. It only activates during deep sleep. Cerebrospinal fluid flows through your brain tissue, washing out metabolic waste and toxins that built up during the day. When your sleep quality drops because of magnetic misalignment, this cleaning process gets interrupted. The waste doesn't fully clear. Beta amyloid proteins start accumulating. These are the same proteins linked to brain fog and cognitive decline over decades. You're basically sleeping in a position that prevents your brain from taking out the trash. This sounds healthy, but it's not. People think any sleep is good sleep, but sleep facing north is like charging your phone with a damaged cable. It technically charges, but never reaches full capacity. You wake up at 78% battery instead of 100.
Here's what actually happens during a full night facing north. First 2 hours, you fall asleep fine. Your body is tired enough to override the magnetic resistance. But around hour 3, when you should be dropping into your deepest sleep phase, your nervous system stays slightly elevated. Your heart rate doesn't drop as low as it should. Your body temperature doesn't regulate as smoothly. By hour 5 or 6, you've missed peak deep sleep windows. Your growth hormone release is reduced. Your cortisol, which should stay low until morning, starts creeping up earlier than it should. You're essentially aging faster while you sleep. The symptom most people notice is waking up between 3 and 5 a.m. You think it's your bladder, you think it's stress, but it's often your body struggling to maintain deep sleep against magnetic interference. And here's the dark part nobody talks about. This effect is cumulative. One night facing north won't destroy you, but 10 years of it? 20? You're looking at thousands of nights of suboptimal recovery. Your immune system running at reduced capacity, your cognitive performance slightly dulled, your emotional regulation just a bit worse than it could be. It's death by 1,000 tiny cuts, each one invisible, each one deniable, but together they add up to a life lived at diminished capacity. Almost nobody checks this because it sounds too simple, too ancient, too unscientific, but the research is there. Studies from Benares Hindu University, from Russian sleep labs, from German chronobiology institutes, they all point to the same thing. Magnetic field direction affects biological rhythms.
Now here's where it gets interesting. The alternative directions matter too. East is considered optimal in most traditions. When you sleep with your head facing east, you're aligning with Earth's rotational direction. Your body's electromagnetic field flows with the planet's movement, not against it. People who switch from north to east report falling asleep faster, waking up more refreshed, having more vivid dreams, better mental clarity in the morning. South is considered acceptable but less ideal. West is neutral, but north is the one direction consistently flagged as harmful across multiple ancient systems and modern studies. Your brain falls for north-facing sleep because you can't feel magnetic fields consciously. You have no sensory feedback telling you something's wrong. It's like carbon monoxide, invisible, odorless, slowly degrading your system without triggering alarm bells. Evolution didn't prepare you for this. Your ancestors slept outside under stars, naturally avoiding northward positions in many cultures. They didn't have fixed bedrooms and permanent bed orientations. Modern housing locked you into positions your biology wasn't designed for. This secretly controls more than just sleep. When your sleep quality drops even 10 or 15%, everything downstream suffers. Your willpower is weaker, your food cravings increase, your emotional resilience decreases. You're more likely to skip workouts, more likely to reach for stimulants, more likely to make impulsive decisions. You're not lazy, you're not unmotivated, you're magnetically misaligned. And here's the brutal reality check. Most people will read this and do nothing. They'll think it's interesting, they'll mentally note it, then they'll go back to sleeping exactly how they've always slept because moving a bed is inconvenient. The same people who'll spend $200 on supplements will refuse to rotate their bed 90 degrees for free. But the ones who actually test this, who commit to sleeping east or south for 30 days, they notice. Not always immediately, but by week 2, something shifts. Sleep feels more complete. Mornings feel lighter. That 3 p.m. energy crash softens. It's not magic. It's just removing an invisible obstacle you didn't know was there. The number one mistake isn't sleeping north, though. That's just the most obvious one.
The real mistake is thinking sleep position doesn't matter at all. Thinking that modern science has figured everything out and ancient wisdom is just superstition. The monks weren't stupid. They were paying attention to patterns most people ignore. Your body is an electromagnetic organism living on an electromagnetic planet. The idea that orientation doesn't affect you is the superstition. The idea that you can sleep any direction with zero consequences is the unscientific belief. Every hospital positions MRI machines carefully because magnetic fields matter. Every biohacker tracks their HRV and sleep stages. But mention bedroom orientation, and suddenly it's too fringe. Here's why fixing everything else won't help without this. You can have perfect sleep hygiene. You can supplement perfectly. You can manage stress like a Zen master. But if you're spending 8 hours every night working against a planetary magnetic field, you're building a house on a foundation that's slowly sinking. The monks kept this secret not because it was sacred, but because most people won't believe something this simple could be this important. They won't test it. They won't commit. They want a pill or a device or a complex protocol. Sometimes the most powerful intervention is just turning your bed around. Your body knows. Your nervous system feels it, even if your conscious mind doesn't. Every night facing north is a missed opportunity for deeper recovery, for sharper cognition, for better emotional balance. You don't have to believe in chakras or energy meridians. Just believe in magnetism. Just believe in biology. Just believe that invisible forces affect physical systems, because they do. The people who sleep aligned don't talk about it much. They just quietly experience better rest while everyone else is Googling why they're always tired. They're not special. They just removed one invisible obstacle. That's it. That's the secret monks have known for thousands of years. Your sleep direction matters, not because of mysticism, because of physics, because of biology. Because Earth is a giant magnet and your body runs on electricity and iron-rich blood. Turn your head east tonight. See what changes. Or don't. Keep sleeping north and keep wondering why you're tired. The magnetic field isn't going anywhere. Neither is your fatigue.